"John!" I call out, spotting my friend with Marta walking close behind. John waves back and squints. His smile vanishes when he sees Marta's hand in mine. "I think our jobs are finished, kid. They still don't have control of this crowd. Have you seen Douglas?" John asked. I shook my head no. I immediately felt John's inspection of me. My flushed face and half-tucked shirt said it all. John was not pleased I would endanger our lives like this. We were nearly shouting at each other to be heard over the noise in the streets. Being shoved this way and that, the crowd is almost impossible to move through. "Let's get out of here," I yelled. And just as if on cue, two men grabbed Marta from behind and forced her in the opposite direction. Losing my grip on her hand, Malone's two henchmen whisked her to a waiting car. I watched as the back door opens, revealing Victor Malone. Staring directly at me through the crowd, Victor slowly stepped out of the car, pulling out his gun from inside his suit jacket. "Oh, shit." I turned toward John. "Run, it's Victor Malone!" A single shot hits the stucco and brick building next to us. The crowd screams and scatters. "John!" I grab my friend and begin to push through the crowd. Two more shots hit a window and shatter the jewelry store display. We managed to make it to the next block before ducking into one of the remaining bodegas still open. No, we're closing. It's too crazy out there." The store owner tries to shoo us out, just as Victor reaches the doorway. "Hector Wallace, you're a dead man," Victor said, and then jumped on me, pinning me down. As Victor lifted his gun to my head, all I could hear were chickens in the doorway, upset by the commotion. John suddenly kicked Victor, and the gun was knocked loose, going off, almost hitting the store owner. Screams from the street clear the entrance as the crowd begins to run again. I don't know how, but I managed to wiggle out of Victor's clutches and get to my feet, only to have Victor stand again, grabbing his gun from the floor. John screamed, "No!" and made the dumbest, bravest move ever. He stepped in front of me, taking the next bullet. "John!" I yelled as he fell, holding his arm. Victor spoke with anger through his breathless panting. "I saw you with my wife. I saw you just now, you motherfucker. I'm ending you." For some reason, I thought this would be a good time to clarify things. Maybe it was the surge of adrenaline that warped my brain, or the intense heat. "So you didn't see us in the alleyway?" I asked. John looked up at me in horror, holding his bloody arm. "Wallace." John struggled through his breath. Then the oddest and most miraculous thing occurred. Victor Malone, panting heavy from his efforts, leaned on the counter and loosened his tie. And before he was able to utter the words, "the alleyway," I was gone. Shoving past the storekeeper's wife, I escaped through the back door. Malone ran after me, but I was too fast. Out into the alleyway, Victor Malone stood at the back of the bodega. He leaned down, with his hands on his knees, catching his breath, still holding his gun. He stood up and kicked the garbage cans, punching the door jamb with his fist. Tucking his gun back into his holster under his suit coat, he stumbled back to the car, where Marta was worried and watching. Bobby was amused I gave Victor the slip. He hid his smile inside, as he looked at his defeated boss in the rearview mirror. Victor Malone, a 42-year-old man, was still panting and sweating when he slowly turned to his wife. Marta knew what was coming, but instead, Malone curled his fist and hit the car door as he turned away from her.
"He got away, boss."
Drive.